What's up, everybody? NTCertified here, and today's Saturday. Just hanging out, and yesterday was the release of the SNES Classic. And I don't want to say that I was one of the lucky ones because I feel like they were wildly available, especially compared to the NES version. But I got two of these bad boys. So let's talk about the launch of the system and how easy it was to snag both of these. Let's go. So as bad as pre-orders were, especially with Nintendo releasing pre-orders at 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning for us that live on the East Coast, you know, nobody was up at that time to even check online sites, but people on West Coast may have been lucky at midnight to get, you know, some copies of the SNES Classic online, whether that be Amazon or Best Buy or Target or whatever, wherever they sell it. But I wasn't sure how this was going to roll out because I didn't know what to expect, especially with the NES being such a debacle and so hard to get. So when I saw the post from, Reggie, that there were going to be a lot more of these things available and it wouldn't be as hard, I wasn't sure if I was going to believe him or not. So I determined to, camp out for my copy of an SNES Classic, and that's exactly what I did. I actually decided to go to a Walmart first. Went to a Walmart about 2 hours ahead of time. It was like a 24-hour Walmart, and they actually already capped out their line. So I got out of their line. I was going to go to another Walmart. Unluckily for me, they weren't 24-hour Walmart, so they closed at midnight and they would open back up at 6. I didn't want to camp outside of a Walmart, so I decided to just go to my local Target. So I went and slept for a few hours, got up at 3, was at my Target at 3:30. They opened at 8. So I had about 4.5 hours to wait. I was the third person in line at that point, and it wasn't until about 6:30 or so that the store manager came out and told us that they had 110 units. 110 compared to the NES Classic where they had 10. 110 was amazing. So everybody who was in line at that time was guaranteed to get a system. So by the time 7:30 rolled around, they started giving out tickets, and they gave out, I want to say it was about 60 or 65 tickets at that point. So by the time 7:55 came, 5 minutes before opening, they had given out about 75 tickets. So at 8 o'clock, they had 75 tickets given out, which means they had about 30 systems that were left over at open. So someone could have just walked into a Target and just grabbed one, like, without having to stand in line or do anything. Like, I'm not regretting standing in line because I feel like, I got what I wanted. But me and the people around me in line were thinking kind of the same thing. Like, I want a copy to play, but I also want one to collect, like one that I'm just never going to open. It's going to be my collector's item. So they told us that we couldn't buy doubles, okay, and I think that's fair. Everybody gets to have a copy. So I decided, okay, well, I'm going to get a system, and I'm going to just speed over to the other Target and see if they have any left. So that's what I did. I went to my other local Target, who also got over 100 systems, walked in, and there happened to be no line, but they had a few systems left. So I hopped in line, and that's how I got 2 SNES Classics. And now I found out that an order that I thought that I had in error actually went through at thinkgeek.com. So I'm actually going to get a third one. Probably going to give that one away as a Christmas gift, or I'll find a friend that wasn't able to get one, and then I'll just go ahead and sell it to them for the price of the system for $80. I'm not for the scalpers. I do know that at Walmart they were giving away however many you wanted to buy. There's pictures of people buying 10, there's pictures of people buying 6, 5, and stuff like that, which I just think sucks, because they buy it at the counter and then they'll go through the line and try to resell it to the people who don't get systems, which I just think is bogus. But it's fine, because karma always comes back, and she hits really hard. I wanted to get one of the turbo controllers, the wireless controllers, but they sold out at GameStop, and I think that's the only place that had them that I know of, so I wasn't able to get one. So I ordered like a turbo, like Commander fight pad. So that's going to be coming in the mail from GameStop sometime this week. I also got the SNES Playing with Power book. I have yet to open this book, but looking at it, it has a bunch of like games and information. You know I love my books, and I cannot wait to crack this open. I haven't even opened the system yet. But kudos to Nintendo for actually getting this system out. I think they rolled it out nicely, apart from their pre-orders. I think everything turned out really nice. I was checking Twitter all morning. People were happy. They were getting their systems. The people who were complaining were people who just didn't want to get up off the couch and go out to a store. And I have no sympathy for you guys at all. If you were too lazy to get up off your couch and go get a system, there's probably a few million people who are able to go out and get systems because they put in some effort. So kudos to us. We all got our systems, and actually I have not opened this yet. So this is the SNES Classic. I feel like the lineup on this thing is amazing. I'm hearing that Star Fox 2 is already being like emulated, which is fine. I feel like this thing is still going to sell like hotcakes. Even when they release the NES Classic, re-release the NES Classic, which I also still have. It's not in the box, but I feel like the lineup for the SNES is probably 10 times better than the NES. I mean, I cannot wait to play Super Mario World. This is my favorite Mario game ever. So that's going to be super nice. This is the box art. It has a bunch of the different games on the back and a list of them there. Pretty much basic Nintendo classics, same as the NES Classic and all that stuff. So nothing overly special there. I have yet to open this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. See what this is all about. Should be fairly easy. Plug and play systems. So here we have, is this a poster? I see like some games and some inserts. So these are startup instructions. On the back, just showing you how to plug everything in. Does come with a classic poster, which is nice. This is very nice. I'm not gonna put this on the wall. I'm gonna keep this in a box, but it has like the bigger games: Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Mario Kart, Star Fox, F-Zero, and Zelda's Link to the Past on there. These are the contents in the actual box. Of course, we have the boring stuff, the connector cables under there. You know what? Let's just get to it. This is the SNES Classic. Check that out. I can palm it in my hand. That's how small it is. This is freaking amazing. Feels just like, you know, the original system. Looks like the original system. I know it's not the Famicom, which a lot of people prefer, and they think that this version is the inferior version, but I actually like this version because this is the version that I grew up with. If you look, there's only 2 connections in the back, one for the power and one for the HDMI. The reset button does work, power button works on the top, and then the controller ports are actually hidden right there on the front, which is pretty cool. Let's take a look at these joysticks. that are just 1 foot longer than the NES power cables, which is why I decided to go ahead and get a wireless. But I think I have extensions also that I can use from the NES that I never used. So let's go ahead and get these unwrapped real quick. So, I mean, the cord, it's longer, but it's not that much longer. I mean, given that TVs are a lot bigger today, so you're not sitting as close to the TVs, they really should have looked at a better like setup for the controllers. But this is classic right here. This is the controller, buttons, it feels good, it looks good, so freaking classic. And since I don't have an SNES, it's the only system that I don't have, pretty much. I'm really happy to have this. So all in all, I call this a win. A win for gamers, a win for Nintendo, a win for retailers, a win for everybody. I'm happy that Nintendo listened to the fans, got the systems out, and everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Then also picked up, unrelated to Nintendo, picked up some Destiny Ingrams to go ahead and put in my game case. I thought they looked pretty cool. I haven't opened these yet either, but I do have them. But all in all, success. Huge success. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Become a part of the Certified Club. We do multiple videos a week. We do wrestling, we do video games, we do music, we do everything else in between. Follow me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, Destiny 2 streams. I'm doing them, and they're coming soon. So until next time, peace.